1917, the old Black Hawk School was built. There was one teacher for 19 students in 1st through 6th grades.
The school grew, and in 1960, another building was moved in behind the original to provide more classrooms. They also added indoor bathrooms.
Black Hawk became a part of the Rapid City School District in 1969. The school had grown to 101 pupils, and they had to bus kids to Rapid City because they didn't all fit.
Would you like to tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Rick Borden, and I grew up in Black Hawk. I went to the Black Hawk Elementary School for 6 years, and originally it was an 8-year school. There was 4 rooms and 4 teachers, and each teacher taught 2 grades. My father donated the land that the school sits on for the school to be built because he developed all the pasture land around it into housing. And in fact, he developed where your house is. And he knew that if he did that, that there would be a lot more people, including children, in the area, and that little schoolhouse over the ridge there just wouldn't handle it. So he figured donating this land to the school system was the right thing to do.
The current Black Hawk Elementary building was complete in 1984.
Annexes were added in 1985, and in 1986 we got the south wing and the new lunchroom.
Something unique about our school is we have 4 teachers that actually attended elementary school in this building. I guess they loved it so much they had to come back.
How many years were you here as a student?
Up until 3rd grade. I went to stage burn in 4th.
What made you want to come back to Black Hawk to teach?
It just felt right. I live near here, and I don't know, I guess it just had a feeling that it fit when I was doing the interviews for a job. This one was kind of the one I was wanting anyways, and it just felt right.
What was it like when you went to school at Black Hawk Elementary?
It was very much the same as it is now. Some things that are different is when I first came here in 1st grade, that's when the school opened, the music room and the lunchroom wasn't completed yet. So we had lunch in the gym instead of the other 2 rooms. That wasn't done until I was in 3rd grade. There was more grades also because back when I was in school here, we went all the way up to 6th grade at Black Hawk. And so we had K through 6th grade instead of just 5th grade. Everything else is very similar to the same, like even the doors, I'm pretty sure are the same doors that were here when I was a kid. So it's a lot of good memories, and you can see a lot of things that are the same.
What was school like back then?
So I actually moved near the end of my kindergarten year. I started school in Hawaii. So I was kind of young and really short, because I'm still short. I remember like one of the first things I did was I was in a talent show because I came from Hawaii. They had me do the hula, but it was really cool. I will tell you, when I went to school here, it was grades K through 6, and kindergarten was only a half day. So it was way different back then. Actually, my 6th grade year was the first year they stopped having 6th graders, and 6th graders went to middle school, and at the time it was Dakota Middle School. So I was the last 6th grade class here at Black Hawk. Then it was K through 5 after that, and school was pretty interesting. I had computer lab, and I remember it was Mr. Patton, and it was like the biggest deal when we got computer lab, like once a week. And Oregon Trail was my favorite game. I always got diphtheria, but it was fun. But it was great. There's just something about being in a small community, just a smaller setting, just more personal.
Sure. And why would you choose other schools?
Well, that's an interesting story. To be honest, I actually started in the district here at Black Hawk because my son went to school here, and so did I. So when my kid was attending, I was talked into a noon duty position, and then I somehow ended up into a subbing position, and somehow into a para position, and then I ended up in the district elsewhere. But my heart belonged to Blackhawk, and so when a position opened up as a music teacher, I applied, and I was gratefully offered the position. And I'm here back home where I live and where I feel right.
So when did you attend Blackhawk Elementary and what grade did you join?
I attended Blackhawk Elementary when I was 5 years old, starting in kindergarten. It was like 1986, and I went all the way from kindergarten through 6th grade here at Blackhawk.
So what is different about this building right now and then back then when you were going to the school?
I think a lot of it was more so like just how like it was set up. We did half-day kindergarten when I came here for kindergarten. And so we had morning and afternoon, and then, like I said, it went through 6th grade, so it was just different dynamics that way too. And it was smaller, like we didn't have a lot of classes in the annexes or stuff like that. It was everything was in the building.
Another unique part of our building at Blackhawk is the bell. The old schoolhouse had a bell and a bell tower at the top of the school.
They used to ring the bell for students to come into the school every day. When the old schoolhouse closed, the bell was brought to the new building and placed in the hallway.
Many people were involved in the process of moving the bell and building the display, which looks just like the top of the old schoolhouse.
Students walk by this historic symbol of the old school every day.